So welcome guys. I'm going to go a little bit upside down, okay? So let's see the drawing function. Drawing function, I mean, is that the one which provides the data directly into the screen or the browser screen. So this is the area, return. So assuming everything is okay, loading has been completed, data is available, then what we will do? We will do a plotting with all the CSS in place. So I won't be like looking into the CSS. We have a wrapper and then search wrapper followed by label. Then we have the input. That's the most important area. The type is search. We got a name and an ID for it. And the class name is search input for CSS and placeholder is search for. So that's what we are seeing here. You can see here search for. So if you change the placeholder, search for countries, for example, COUNTRIES, okay, save it. You can see search for countries, it's coming up, right? So we'll put back the search for enough, and then we can have a value. The value is the Q. Remember that Q and set Q are a pair in the use state. Here you can see the Q and set Q, right? So that is what is happening here. The value is Q, which is the search query. And then on change. So on change event is doing a set Q with the e.target.value. So whatever we type there in the input box, the input box is here. Whatever is typed, it will be captured by this on change, and then it will be doing a set Q. That means it will be storing into the state variable. So after that, we got search countries here. Then what we have here is a select. So select is nothing but here, what's happening here. This is the select. So let's look at the select. Here is also there is an on change, which is doing a set filter parameters. So what will be the filter parameters? This will follow the parameters that we have chosen. For example, let's go to the upper. You can see here, search parameters. This will be the filter parameters. Set filter parameters. Can you see? So filter parameters are currently we are setting all, but later when we type, we won't type actually, we will be choosing it is Africa, it is America, Asia, Europe, Oceania. So this is the list that we are seeing here. Can you see here? Africa, America, Asia, Europe, Oceania in sequence. So if for example I want to put Oceania as the first, I just paste it here. So you'll be able to see Oceania as the first. And then it is working also. So how it's working? When we choose the select option, this is being set. Set filter parameter is being set. Currently, we had a set filter parameter as all, as you can see in line 16. That is why when we loaded this one, the browser, in 2 seconds we were seeing filter by region because that's the default value, right? So if it's the default value, then it will be choosing that. So here, let's say for example, I want to choose the default value like Asia. Let's see it works or not. Asia. Save it. Refresh. Okay. It is working because you can see here Asia has come. But the data is still pointing to filter by region. Why so? Because if you look at the option, this is all option is available filter by region, and that is the default option. That's why it is taking it. It is showing that. So filter countries by region. So what we can do is, let's put back the all option, which is the right option. I just wanted to show you that you can choose it in a better way. Actually, I won't be going into deeper of changing the options and all, default option all, because this is a focused explanation on the whole code. So I won't be diverting for other things, right? So now if I click, because I put the all option, you can see Africa is there, Americas is there, Asia is there. So all the regions have come together. That is what we wanted here. Okay, now the option I have explained to you already. Then what we are going to do is, here we are going to plot, or we are going to list all the countries with their flags. So this is a simple function, but one thing you have to remember is that the data which we initialized earlier is being passed into the search function. So where is the search function? That is the heart of the system here. This is the search function. That's why I have just rolled it up here for you guys to understand. So now I will expand it and explain it. Function search items, which is the data going in. Here what we are going to do is, we are going to filter the data. That is the basic thing that's going on here. Can you see? This is the filter. So search is nothing but a filter on the data based on our query. It becomes a little bit complex, but if you slowly follow what I am telling, or you rewind my video and hear it, you will be able to understand more things. Function search is going to do a filter on the searched query using the data that is available on the state variable. That's how I can explain to you in a simple way. So now let's go into what it is doing. So if item.region, that means let's say it's America, it is Asia, for example, that is equal to filter parameter, because we had a set filter parameter in the options. So if that set filter parameter is tallying with this, then what we have to do, return the search parameter with a sum and new item, and this return is an array. For example, if it is like two countries in the same region, how do we see that? So we should be able to see it as an array. So an array is being returned here, but here you can see lowercase and lowercase. So why we do lowercase, I will explain to you. Somebody, let's say for example, we can see here Mexico, right? So somebody typed Mexico in capital letters. So what this function is doing is that whatever we type it in the search box, it is going to convert it into a lowercase so that there will be no errors. So I could type like, for example, I can type like M, and E is small letter, X is big letter, and others are big letters. You see, still it is able to capture. That is the beauty of this one, to lowercase. And then else if filter parameter is all, then also you return the array with all the country data. That is what is being happening here in the search items. Okay, so the search item continues here until here. So what is this if error? If error is that if there is an error coming here, which is the variable which we set here already, if there is an error, then you return console log error. Else if not is loaded, that means if it's a false, you return the Pac-Man or ring loader or clock loader, anything. And finally, what is the condition? There was no error, the loaded was false, completed, then the final one is loaded is true, but we don't need to say exclusively that if loaded is true. So that's why we put it as an else. And finally we go to the wrapper, which I explained to you already with the options. So finally what is happening to the search key? We do a function search with the data already in place and map the item with an index. The index is used to give the key for the li parameter or li tag. If not, React will complain that unique key is not passed to the function or the display. And then we go through article, which is a card, and this has a key with the alpha 3 code of the country also, which is unique as well. And then we have the card image, which is flagged as large, and finally population, item, region, capital, which we are seeing here. Population, item, region, capital. So the author has given a very good CSS, like you click or hover over, you can see that it's showing up nicely. So that completes my explanation of this React demo application. So I will just go through React spinners in the next video as a concluding one. So guys, again, please subscribe to my channel and like it. Have a good day and bye bye.